start. We started about 8 o'clock in the end, so I drove up from Melbourne today, and I'm not sure how far I'll get. There's probably only about 20 minutes of light left, so we'll see how we go. But I just want to find somewhere quiet-ish to camp. There's lots of speedboats and jet skis on the river, but it's beautiful. Lots of corellas around. People fishing, catching carp and Murray cod. Push on. It's about 10 o'clock. I paddled up until about half an hour ago, and it was just the last semblance of light. The sun had gone down about an hour before. Gonna do some journaling now. Maybe a little bit of reading. 6 o'clock. Last one. Pack up. Let's see how this goes. Packing up was a bit of a a challenge yesterday, so I'm sure I'll get better at it. Done a few hours this morning, it's heating up a lot. It's nice, lots of nice birds. Spot for lunch, about 1 o'clock. I just passed the 1950 kilometre marker. I didn't do any research, so I don't know how far that means I've come or how far I need to go. I know I saw 1974 this morning, so let's see how we go. Because I'm getting to the point where I don't really have a lot of food that I can eat without starting a fire. And there's lots of people along the way, so I should be able to sort that, no worries. It's pretty hot, might have a swim. Saw someone catch a perch before. for a cup of tea. I've just been paddling straight for I think 3 hours. I'm a bit more than halfway, I think, from Cobram to Tokemul. Yeah, there's just no kilometre marking, so I don't really have a good feel of it. Hopefully I'll see one soon. I'd like to be pulled up by 6 o'clock and to have network, because I've got this session tonight. But let's see how we go. I wasn't able to get supplies in Cobram. The supermarket was 4 kilometres away, and I didn't want to risk leaving my gear in the middle of the day. I got some water at the Cobram Canoe Club, so that was good. Everything's wet. It's just rained all day today. It's just persistent, drizzle, 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 but everything's soaking wet. So packing up this morning, everything was wet, and so setting up obviously everything starts wet and it's just progressively got wetter. Anyway, I'm just new to this, so I wouldn't mind doing a pack. Just laying a lot of stuff out and repositioning. I've already done that along the way a little bit, and things are already better. Probably a few things I could have brought along, definitely. A few things I could have left at home. Going to keep tonight nice and simple, have a cup of tea. Birds still singing. Almost packed up. Bit of a better packing effort this morning. And I'm just going to whip across the river, grab a couple of supplies and shoot on from there. Looks like the river's flowing reasonably well. I was reading a blog briefly before my phone died last night, and some experienced kayakers who've done the Murrumbidgee and the Goulburn expected to do about 8 to 10 kilometres an hour, but in similar conditions they said they were only doing about 6. I spent this morning, picked up some supplies, got some more gas. Ziploc bags, absolutely loaded up, did a bit of reorganisation, feeling a lot better about it. Yeah, it's just made a bit of it, well, let's see, but I feel like it's made a bit of a difference in terms of feeling a bit more organised and prepared, and not just things more or less all over the place. So I've got a long way to go, but I'm in the mindset, I'm trying to get into the mindset and approaching it ever more. Let's just see how we go and take it easy, and no need to rush it. Just packed up the kayak, pretty happy with that, and realised I was running really low on SD card space, so I popped back into town and grabbed another one now, so I should be right for the rest of the trip. paddling for about 4 hours straight. This looks like a lovely little spot to just have a rest, have a break and get something to eat. Still haven't seen a mile marker since I left Tokamo. Tracking the Kanga. Here's the gear drying out. I had to run away to put my shoes on because it's so bloody hot on the sand. I threw all this down in haste and then I was off. I'm not going to make it too particular. This is the wettest. Let's give that half an hour and dry it out a little bit. Looking good. Lots of beautiful gum trees here. And trying to spot some koala. So from experience along the Great Ocean Road, we're looking for little bowling balls in the crooks of trees that are mottled brown and white and grey and probably doing a whole lot of nothing. Oh yep, go on! Wow! Seriously, I just turned this on. So it's in this tree here. I'm stoked with that. And I can confidently go back at not too much of a run. They're pretty slow moving, the koalas. Oh yep, no, looking over here, fantastic. Hilarious. I've seen a few wallabies, a few kangaroos. Yeah, still there, looking this way. I'll see if I can get a little bit closer, otherwise I'm sure to get a good shot with this. The crook of that tree. It's made my day a little bit. Just realised I look like a Mennonite with my hat and collar done up. Just trying to be a bit sun smart and get smashed by the sun out there. Hundreds and hundreds of beaches along here. You go around to the next corner, go to the next beach. What time is it? How far have I gone? Am I hungry yet? How's water going? Am I going to be tired? Got to push through a few more Ks. Chose this little beach. And Fairnicum, the first tree I've more or less looked at, it's got a koala in it. No snakes yet, keeping an eye out for them. This morning I was stalking up on a couple of kookaburras and into some habitat that looks very, very lovely. No luck yet. Keeping it simple, no seasoning, but I did buy some spray olive oil, so I'm just not charring it onto my little fry pan here. I had that for ages. It's obviously past its usability or proper functionality, but it gets the job done. So otherwise for food, it's mainly been 2-minute noodles, some pasta, and yeah, I've got some trail mix, some muesli for the morning with a bit of honey, and some tea bags, a bit of coffee. I didn't bring a camping mug, like a little enamel mug, so that was silly. I tried to pick one up in Tokamo this morning, but they didn't have any. But meat will be a nice change. Taking advantage of quiet stretch of river. I haven't seen anyone in the last hour and a half. No jet skis, no kayakers, no one at all. Just had a nice lunch. Seen a koala, stripped down, bit of dish soap for the hair and the body. Quite liberating, really. moving a little bit. The wind's dropped off, which is nice. Just don't know where I am. On the Murray. Oh, the cockie's on the bank. Hey, cocky! River's just changed a lot. It's got a lot narrower. So it looks like it's about 25-30 metres across now. So it's flowing a little bit more. It's steady. You can see it's pretty high. And I'm excited because it means we can get some shade from the sun. Clear shadows in the late afternoon. But it also means I've probably got a better chance of spotting some koalas. Nice little spot. Got past 7 o'clock, about 7:20, and just thought I better set up or something. I might even throw the rods in tonight. See if I can catch something for a bit of fun. Had a quick look around. Beautiful forest of gum trees, and haven't been able to spot any koalas yet. Probably my nicest campsite so far. There's small little fish jumping. I've got a couple of rods in currently, but I'm not getting any bites. I just saw the line twitch. It was actually going slack, not tighter. So I don't know what's happening. Boiling up some water for the tea. Question is, do yabbies like lamb chops? They definitely didn't like the dog food I tried for the last couple of nights. This isn't the most likely spot, but lamb choppy. Should be focusing on the sunset really, it's beautiful. battery's been dead for 36 hours. Yesterday was a massive day. Paddled 70 kilometres. I misread, I misjudged, I miscalculated the kilometres, and I thought it was 63 between two places, but it was actually 93. So I ran out of water. I drank some river water yesterday, and it's playing havoc on me a little bit. Highlights from yesterday, I saw a couple of feral pigs. It's not good that they were there, but it was exciting to see them. I saw a snake cross the river, which was so exciting. It was a brown snake. That's the description, not the species. So I don't know if it was a copperhead or I'm hoping it was an eastern brown. And I was juggling my camera to get my SLR camera to get it out. And the battery wasn't working, so I'm shoving the battery in, holding it there. The snake was moving, boat's moving, water's moving, but I think I got a good photo, which is exciting. Then a couple from the US, paddling the whole river, so about 2,500 kilometres. Staying with Oregon. They're a really interesting team, Jennifer. A big canoe, so they were all over. I was making good headway today. I stopped off in Barmer. It's a rather peculiar little town, but I spent some time charging devices, and I met a cyclist who was out on an adventure riding from Victoria up to Brisbane. His name's Josh. I'd love to see him again. He's a real adventurer and is getting into photos and videos, and he's 42 years old and sounds like a bit of a kindred spirit in so many ways. I should be making the most of the remaining daylight. So I've got about 40 k's to get to Echuca, and I've got a bus booked tomorrow afternoon. It's expected to be 40 km/h headwinds tomorrow, so that's going to provide some challenges and slow down my progress. So probably about 45 minutes left of remaining light. Stunning sunset. Decided I'll camp here. Sun has already set, but there's a little bit of light left, but not much at all. So I'm on the New South Wales side. Every night I've camped in Victoria, but it's quite a steep cliff on the other side, or bank on the other side. So I've got this nice little patch here. So I'll quickly get set up, and I've really got to hit the river early tomorrow. So I'm going to set the alarm for 5. And what have I got? Probably 6 hours.